What's up guys, today we are going to be talking about Marty Supreme, starring Timothy Chalamet. And to be honest, I think it's a really good movie. This is a 10 out of 10 movie. I don't think there's like one critique I have of this movie. So this is just going to be me glazing this movie the entire video. But I think the best part of this movie for me is the characters and how the actors just portray them in such a good way. I don't think there was a single bad actor in here. Even the freaking guy from Shark Tank did good. But personally, I think the star actors in this film is of course Timothy Chalamet, which at first I wasn't going to think I was thinking, oh yeah, his performance is Oscar worthy. Sure, they're just saying that, you know? Because a lot of times actors' performances are overhyped. So I tried to keep my expectations, you know, a bit down. Like I thought he was good in Dune, okay? I thought he was good in Little Woman. I thought he was good in Lady Bird. But like I didn't expect this to be like his best performance yet, really. And boy howdy did he prove me wrong, because I think I'm just going to refer to Timothy Chalamet as Marty Supreme just from now on, because what he brought to the role, I can't imagine anyone else bringing the energy he did to the role. He did amazing. Gwyneth Paltrow also did pretty good. Like she did good, but she wasn't the best actor in this film. And I think the second best actor goes to Odessa A. Zion. I'm sorry if I said her name wrong. I don't think I've seen a ton of stuff she's in. I know she was in Hellraiser, but you know, I didn't really like that movie. Tyler, the creator, also did a pretty good job in this film. Just all the actors came together and they just formed like an amazing cast. And just how they interacted with Marty and Marty interacted with them, it just seemed like they were actual relationships we were watching happen on screen. Which in turn just makes it incredibly more heartbreaking when we see Marty just destroy his relationships with people that love him and people he clearly loved, but he ruins them in the pursuit of greatness. And that's kind of what this movie is about. It's not really about ping pong as the trailers or the posters might suggest. This film is about the pursuit of greatness, and it just analyzes that. It puts it under a microscope, and it's just such an interesting movie. I've seen a lot of people compare it to Uncut Gems. I haven't seen that movie. I really want to see that movie, and I'll probably watch it like today or something. Because in my mind, Marty Supreme is a perfect movie, and if Uncut Gems is on the same level or better, I need to watch that film. But I'm going to go a little bit out of order, and I want to talk about the ending, you know? Because there's just so many different viewpoints on what the ending could mean. And I'm not saying any of these viewpoints are wrong, I'm just going to say what my opinion on the ending is. And personally for me, I think it's a pretty sad ending, at least for Marty. Just because I think the baby kind of symbolizes that, you know, he's going to have to settle down. I think after he beat the player in Japan, and he didn't really get money from that, he didn't really gain more success, it seems, that now he just has to go on with his life. He achieved the goal of being the greatest, but now what? What does he have? He's now stuck with a girlfriend who I don't think he necessarily likes. And now he's stuck raising a kid, which I don't think those were tears of joy, guys. He was trying to just get rid of the baby the entire movie, so I don't think he suddenly changed his mind and went, yay, baby, let's go. I've seen a lot of people where it says that he's just going to be like the dad who always just pushes their son in. Like, I feel like Marty Supreme is going to fulfill his dreams using his son. So I don't think like it's a great ending for anybody, really. I think there is evidence to my claim when the baby is shown and it says, "Welcome to your life, there is no turning back." Like for the song that plays, and I was just like, yeah, Marty, welcome to your life now. You can't really go back to ping pong now, can you? Because he made everyone into enemies, like even the business guy, who might not be the greatest person, but you know, when he went to Japan, he disobeyed the business guy, so it's not like the businessman is going to help him get to Japan again, and that was basically like the only way, and he has no money, So, what's next from here? I've seen a lot of people say that this film is a critique of the American dream, but I don't think it necessarily is, because what Marty wants isn't the American dream, he wants greatness. I think it's a critique on what is after greatness. After you're the best in the world, what do you accomplish? And I feel like it shows what it means to be the greatest, and the things you have to sacrifice, and in the end, is that even worth it? I think even Marty himself is asking that question as he cries, looking at his baby, because was it worth it for him? Even if his uncle lays him back at his shoe shop, then he's going to just be stuck there for the rest of his life. So it's not a great ending for him. This movie kind of reminded me of Challengers a bit, just because how even in Challengers, it wasn't really about the tennis they were playing. However, I do feel that tennis was more prominent in Challengers than tabletop tennis in Marty Supreme. But I just want to talk about Marty as a person in this film, because he's not a great person at all. Like, he gets people killed, basically. Also, as I said earlier, he doesn't really seem to like his girlfriend, so he cheats on her. And in his mind, this is all just what it takes to pursue greatness, I guess. Like, he stays at the Ritz because he has to get good night's sleep to play tabletop tennis. In fact, he even thinks he deserves to stay at the Ritz. So I think that's a really good just an examination of this character. He also doesn't seem to care about his brother or his family that much. Like, his mom has to fake being sick just to try and see him. And in this film, it's a lot of good thing happens, bad thing happens. And it never really feels tiring. Which, in a lot of movies, I expect it to be tiring. But in this, it feels like the bad thing is almost inevitable for what Marty Supreme did to get to his goal, if that makes any sense. Like, there's a part where Marty Supreme acts like an asshole, so it gets people to bet against him in a game of tabletop tennis. So he ends up getting a bunch of money that he's going to put towards his flight to Japan. But inevitably, the people are kind of mad that he was an asshole, so they follow him and they try to beat him up. And in the course of that sequence, he loses all the money, basically. And he loses a dog. And then he just does another bad thing, and he tries to sell the dog back to the owner for money, of which he lost, by the way. Also, the music and the editing is just amazing in this film. Also, the humor is really funny, like the honey part for the people that watch this film, and the sperm sequence. There's a whole sequence in this movie about sperm, by the way. So I just love the comedy, I love the editing. The editing is absolutely amazing. It kept me engaged throughout the entire film. And I think this film is actually, I see it as so good because right before this, I watched Stranger Things Volume 2. Comment down below if you want me to review that. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and comment down your opinions on the movie, like down below. And thank you so much, and bye.